The Wild are about to pay a fortune for a goalie who might only be average, and they might have no choice. That sentence alone should make every Minnesota Wild fan's stomach flip. Filip Gustavsson, beloved Gus Bus, darling of the XL Energy Center crowd, will stroll into unrestricted free agency in July 2026 with a sparkling .914 save percentage and a resume that looks, at first glance, like it belongs to a franchise cornerstone. But peel back the curtain and you'll find a debate so murky it could split the state of hockey right down the middle. Here's the twist most people miss. Minnesota doesn't just help goalies look good, it practically prints money for them. Since the franchise's birth in 2000, the Wild have iced a top-5 defense almost by accident. Jacques Lemaire's suffocating neutral zone trap, Mikko Koivu's relentless two-way conscience, and now Joel Eriksson's Selke-worthy 200-foot motor have turned perfectly okay netminders into nightly highlight reels. Need proof? Grab a napkin. Dwayne Rollison, 919 SV% in Minnesota, 908 everywhere else. Devin Dubnyk, 918 in the Iron Range Red, 908 on the road. Literally. Nicholas Backstrom, 915 with the Wild, 906 after he left. Even Cam Talbot and Darcy Kuemper got 5 to 7 point bumps while wearing forest green. Add them up and you get a tidy plus 0.005 boost, half a percentage point that looks tiny until you realize it's the difference between starter money and career backup. Enter Gustafsson. 2 seasons ago, he rattled off a cartoonish .931 in 39 games, finished top 5 in Vezina voting, and had agents across the league texting taxi emojis. Last year, he slipped to .914. Still good for 6th league-wide, once you adjust for the fact that shooters are suddenly sniping like it's 1985 again. League-wide shooting percentage has exploded past 10.6%, a full point and a half higher than the dead puck era. In plain English, a .914 today is the new .925. But here's where it gets controversial. Raw save percentage says Gustavsson is elite. Advanced models? Not so fast. Goals saved above expected, GSAx. Think of it as how many extra goals did your goalie stop that an average robot would have let in. Paints a more sober picture. Gus clocks in at 27.88 GSAx since arriving in St. Paul, 23rd in the NHL, wedged between Thatcher Demko and Sergei Bobrovsky. That's good, not great. The truly elite, Connor Hellebuyck, Ilya Sorokin, Igor Shesterkin, still tower above him even after you strip away Minnesota's defensive bubble wrap. So which number do you trust? The glossy .914 that pops up on nightly scorebugs, or the nerdy spreadsheet that says slightly above average? Your answer probably decides whether you'd hand Gustavsson a 7-year, $50 million deal this summer, or wave goodbye and roll the dice on 23-year-old Jesper Wallstedt. Let's talk money anyway. Because UFAs don't sign for hugs, comparable contracts are already on the books. Logan Thompson, 6 years, $5.85 million AAV. Lucas Dostal, 5 years, $6.5 million. Jake Ottinger, 8 years, $8.25 million AAV. Gustafsson's raw numbers beat all three. Agents will gleefully point that out. GMs will counter with, yeah, but your defense is basically a brick wall. Agents will fire back, then pay for the wins he's delivering. Round and round we go. And this is the part most people miss. Age curves. Goalies fall off cliffs faster than skydivers without parachutes. Devin Dubnyk was 29 when he inked his 6-year pact. By year 4, he was posting sub .900 stretches and getting bought out. Gustafsson will be 28 next July. Handing him an 8-year term means you're willingly paying $7 to $8 million for a 35-year-old backup in 2032. Does that sound like smart business for a club still clinging to a 5-year cup window? Yet the alternative is terrifying, too. Wallstedt, the shiny first-round prospect, stumbled to a .886 in the AHL last season. If he doesn't grab the starter's crease in 2025-2026, Minnesota's only in-house option is, checks notes, someone who isn't ready. Letting Gustavsson walk could mean a mid-season panic trade for a rental goalie who costs just as much in prospects and cap space. So what should the Wild do? Option A, swallow hard. Offer 6 to 7 years at 6.5 to 7.5 million per, and pray the defensive cushion never deflates. Option B, play hardball. Go year to year or walk entirely and bet the farm on Wallstedt or the trade market. Option C, the spicy one nobody talks about. Trade Gustavsson at the 2026 deadline if Wallstedt flashes brilliance. Recoup a first-round pick and let someone else pay the looming UFA tax. There's no clean answer, and that's why this storyline will dominate Minnesota headlines for the next 10 months. Now it's your turn. If you're Wild GM Bill Guerin, do you pay the Gus Bus like a Cop 10 goalie, or do you risk another Dubnyk-style albatross? Drop your hottest take below. Bonus points if you can explain why you'd rather overpay for certainty than gamble on potential. Let's argue.